we can be here. We can be here. You've made a mess over here, little one. When should we just kick this out? Bleh, 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 bleh. Good morning Joe, morning Palin. How are you both? How you doing? It is very grey here today. It's very cold through the night. Good morning, Zara. Morning, Vamp. Good morning, Bubble. And Rat Boy. And Nick, how are you all? How be do? Hello. Morning, Mazira. Good morning, Chef and David. Oh, Gerry, you're getting all your thin floof. Good morning, Crispy. Morning, Ancho. Good morning. Wait, did I say good morning, Rob? Good morning, Limewood. Morning, Max. Morning, John. Morning, Saffron and Ravane and Tom. Question mark? I've already lost track of names. How are you all? How's it going? How be do? How be do? Good morning, Annie. Had a sneaky sausage roll before the bus to work. Nice. Nice. How sneaky are we talking? Was it, were you disguising it as something else? A little, I was trying to think what the equivalent is. You know when people have, like, wine bottles in a paper bag? You do that with a sausage roll. Annie, thank you very much for the sub. 20 months, oh my gosh. Thank you. Morning, Hansan. Hello, Gerry. And am I noticing at work this morning due to stress? I feel so much better for doing it. Oh, that's good. That is a positive step. And I wish you luck on whatever your journey takes you on next. Good morning, Nightsham. Good morning, Charlie and Poxy. Do you have do you want to do like a change of career, or was it just that particular place that wasn't really your jam? I think, like, obviously it's such a scary step, but I think sometimes just like leaving a job can be so scary, but also just very, like, what's the word? I've got the word renovating stuck in my head, and that's not the word. Good morning, Shadow. Good morning, Annie. What is the word? Invigorating? Maybe? I think that's maybe what I'm looking for. Relieving? Could be. It's definitely not renovating. Health is more important than workplace stuff. Yeah. I've had I know. I'm gonna take days off next week. Good morning, Cow. Well, I'm taking tomorrow morning off because I've got a Hopstaple appointment. But yeah, I'll take a day next week to I was made the scapegoat a lot for things going wrong, so needed the escape before. Oh yeah, that is fair dues. That is fair dues. You're going on holiday next week. That's exciting. I'm actually missing the sunshine, which I wasn't expecting. Because, oh, thank you, Nick. I don't think it's an appointment I need anymore, but it's one of those things that it's like, I may as well go to it, because you never know. You'd feel like a silly Billy if you didn't go to an appointment, or you cancelled an appointment and then you could have found a solution to problems quicker or something. So I'll go to it anyway. But I don't think it's gonna yield any results. You have only 4 days work before for your holiday. Oh, that's good. That is good. That's nice playing Final Fantasy, and I forgot to walk in a straight line, so I yelled, "I'm not straight by mistake." Well, fair play. Fair play. Got bunnies in the yard and on the screen. It is a bun day. It is. Every day is a bunny day. But yeah, I'm a bit nervous about the appointment, but it's nothing bad. It's just a tilt table test. So essentially you get strapped to a table and then they tip the table up. But I don't know if they like tip it up at the feet end or at the head end. Like I don't know which yeah, it's TTT. I'm doing TTT tomorrow, but it means tilt table test. So yeah, you get strapped to it. And then it's trying to like simulate you standing up very quickly, and then they check to see if your heart corrects itself properly. And then that will be the test for if it is POTS that I have. But to be honest, I don't think I do. So I think it's just going to verify that it's anxiety. Because I've already had a heart scan and they were like, everything seems fine. So good morning, Loboto. I think it is just going to verify that it was all anxiety things. It was hello. Oh, you've not had your breakfast yet, have you? Oh, sorry, bunnies. Oh, Gerry. Whoop. Managed not to throw them all over you today, Fifi. Yeah, but I guess it's always, it's nice to have confirmation. That it is okay. Well, that I'm slightly mad, I guess. These, if they rule it out, it might ease up some of the worries. That's true. That is true. Because I guess that became a bit of morning's fun. I guess that became a bit of a cycle last year. When you'd have it's like a chicken or egg scenario, apart from obviously we know the answer to the chicken egg scenario, but it's like, what came first, the raised heartbeat or the anxiety? You're like, do I have a raised heartbeat because I'm anxious, or am I anxious because it's raised? So I guess it'll finally solve that issue. But then what if being on the tilt table makes me anxious, and then they're like, well, clearly it's this. But I'm guessing they have ways of seeing the difference. Come on in, Solbus. But yeah, but yes. Wait, we know the, well, I guess maybe they're still deciding. Maybe that was a bold statement from me, but I always thought it was like, well, it's the egg. Good morning, Molly. I guess the other good news is that there might be like, but what laid the egg? Well, I always thought that like the egg, you'd have the chicken's like predecessors sort of thing, and then there'd be the first thing that you could first qualify as a chicken that would have come from a not quite chicken, a pre-chicken, yeah. So then you'd officially have that first egg, and that would be like the first actual egg chicken thing. Good morning, Ted. So wouldn't a pre-chicken lay a pre-egg? Well, this is the evolutions, and that would be, so I always think egg, because it would have been laid by something similar to a chicken, but like not quite a chicken. Something, it would be like if a monkey laid a human egg. The first one is the monkey, but because of some genetic little evolutionary thing that happened, they laid the first human egg. It's like that. So they couldn't quite like qualify as a people, but it's exactly like that. Is it like that? It's exactly like that. So I don't know what, like, I guess pterodactyls, would they have been pre-chickens? There's something about pterodactyls, isn't there? Someone said something about them not actually being related to, I don't know. I had a really mean dream last night. I had a really mean dream last night that I thought was real. Fifi, there's one over here. I thought was real. And she tried to push him out the way. Oh, poor Gerry. Raptors are more chicken than pterodactyls. Oh, yeah, that was the thing. Good morning, Rob. But I had a dream last night that I was watching a movie on my own. I was sat, well, Gerry was on the sofa. He was like roughly, well, like where that blanket is at the front. And instead of sitting on the sofa, I sat on the floor there, and so that I could have my arm around Gerry and give him cuddles, and he proper like snuggled in. And then Fifi ran over, and she literally like put one little arm on my leg, and she snuggled in, and then Gerry snuggled in on the other side, and I was like, oh my gosh, this has never happened before. Both the bunnies are like proper snuggling in, and we're just watching a film together. And it was such like a short dream that I just took it to be true. And it wasn't until this morning that I was getting ready to do the buns dream, and I was like, oh yeah, I can tell everyone about how cuddly the buns were last night. And then I was like, hang on, that didn't happen. That was a dream. I was like, oh, poo. It was, I guess it's nice to have a nice dream. Was it a good movie? I have a feeling it was probably like some sort of rom-com, because I was talking to a friend yesterday about, I had a very sad day yesterday. I just felt sad all day. I guess you just have those days. And I was messaging a friend and saying, I just want to curl up in a blanket and watch comfort films. And I said the two comfort films that I mentioned were You've Got Mail and When Harry Met Sally, but also Sense and Sensibility. And so I think it would have been one of those sorts of films. Just a smushy film. A smushy film to be a smushy. Some Inception. Never leave the cozy dream world. Yes. True. Maybe it was a prophetic dream. True. Maybe if I put on a film, it's like, what is it? What's the baseball film? If I watch it, they will snuggle. Maybe. What's it called? Pitch, please. Field of Dreams, that's the one. That is the one. First bit of Fellowship before they leave the Shire. Aww. Fellowship of the Ring is a big comfort film as well. I've only ever seen Amelie once. And I can't remember it too much. It was the first film I ever watched with Alex. I think on the first day I ever met him. So I remember mostly, I just remember thinking, boy. boy. But I remember enjoying the film. I just don't really remember it much at all. I wonder if it's on Netflix. I rarely rewatch movies outside of Christmas and Halloween. We sort of like, we were gonna do like a film a week. Me thinking of Gerry. Gerry wouldn't have even been a twinkle in his little dad's eye at that stage. This was long before the history of Gerry. Bless he. What would I have been doing when Gerry was born? Where was I 2 years ago? I think we would have been we would have lived in Bristol when he was born. Vio, thank you very much for the sub. Thank you. When would he have been born? 2014, I guess. BG before Gerry. What is Fifi trying to do when she digs? I don't know. I think she just keeps herself entertained. 2021. Oh, so good news. We do actually have someone. Alex has caved. We do actually have someone coming to clear the garden. So once it's cleared, I mean, it won't be for a few weeks yet, but once it's cleared, I think I will order for a day after, not third Banui. I think I will order like a, maybe like a wooden sand pit or something, and some topsoil, and see if I can maybe grow them. Like, how long would grass take to grow? Grass grow? Because maybe they can still get a little bit, because it's still going to be warm in August, isn't it? Like, August is lush. It's not going to be too bad. So yeah, hopefully I can make them like a little jardin before it becomes autumn. But even in autumn, grass growing stream when? I could adopt Arnhall and keep him in the garden. This is true. But I just can't decide how to do it. I can't decide how to, because the bit outside the bunnies room it's like a very small odd shape, so I wouldn't be able to just put a raised bed in there. I mean, maybe I could. The idea would be to have raised bed steps, or just a really tall raised bed that goes up to their door. But I don't know how to fill out maybe I could just fill it out with pots. I think as long as they can't dig their way out of the garden, it should be okay. Fingers crossed. But I was hoping, like, the dream would be to get a custom-made raised bed that would be, just because it is such a weird shape. Ideally a raised bed that you could stand in so that we could still get in and out of the door as well. But yes, that is the hope at the moment for the Banuis. Is Gerry pooping? No, he's under the table at the moment. DIY. I don't know. See, the problem with DIY is, firstly, I think it might fall apart. Secondly, I guess because I don't have a car, it would be difficult to like go and I'd have to like walk or get the bus, I guess, with a lot of wood, which could be difficult. But yeah, I don't think we have a saw. We might have a saw somewhere, just a little one though. In Germany, you can order stuff from the gardening centres. You might be able to for ones around here. When we last went to a garden centre, we did just have to like carry everything back. But yeah, garden centres tend to be like out in the middle of nowhere is the problem. Because I guess that lends itself to don't they rent out big cars by the hour too? Wait, what? Hey. Little mouse. Well, garden centres for deliveries. Or do you mean cars in general? Oh, No, I don't think I've seen. Like, to be honest, I don't know much about garden centres. All I know about garden centres in the UK is they tend to be in the middle of nowhere, and people always say that they have nice cafes. In fact, sometimes people will just go out to the garden centre for a cup of tea instead of going to buy any sorts of plants. You go there and buy stuff and they give you a car for transport for extra money. Oh, no, I don't think we've ever had. I mean, not the Bristol ones, I don't think. Spend the entire day then come away with no plants. Yeah. Garden centres here do car rentals as well. I mean, it sounds like a good thing. Baby boo. But yeah, I didn't see anything about that. The last one we went to. Hello, Fifi. You tired yourself out? More like garden centre, yes. But yeah, I'll have to figure out. I mean, it'll be a lot easier to try and figure it out once it's clear. But the problem is, I don't know, like, I'm worried about doing something that, like, is damaging. So, like, I don't know whether you can have the raised bed next to the house, like, if the wood is enough to protect the sides of the house, or if it's a bad idea to have something that damp next to the house. So maybe I should leave that wall free. But I don't know. But it would be nice to just have some sort of grass, maybe a few interesting plants to nibble, a way for them to get down the stairs, because at the moment the drop is just too big for them. And, well, it's one of those things that it's not too big for them, but it's too big for them to be tempted to jump down, if that makes sense. Like, if they knew they could do it, they would just do it. But you need something there to tempt them down. And maybe some sort of, like, shelter so that they're not spooked. But then I worry about those sorts of outdoor shelters because you don't want like cats to be in there and then the buddy goes in and gets a startle because there's just a sleeping kitty cat. But you can get ones that have little doors that close, so I guess I could get them one of those. But yeah, that's the plan so far. It's probably fine if there's an air gap between the brick and the wood of the bed. I mean, I could put pots along the side that's next to the house and then just have a raised bed elsewhere. But it's, yeah. My brother's always saying just build the raised beds. But I think he's just a lot more handy than I am. I might be able to persuade Kim too. Kim builds all her own stuff. He could come and do it then. Sadly, I don't think that would happen. But yeah, Kim might be able to help. Fingers crossed. Or there's probably someone in Bristol who's good at this stuff. But yes. Who would have thought Brie was such a handy person? I know. But yeah. Oh. Good washing, Fifi. I was thinking, like, I guess it's one of those things, like, it sounds like a morbid way to think about it, but I guess when I don't know how many more summers I have with Gerry boy, it would be nice for him to just have a little space to chill. But yeah, it just needs to be thought through. How's Fifi's eye been? I mean, it's still been weepy. I've not been doing the eye drops anymore because just the anti-inflammatory medicine seems to be enough. Occasionally it goes a little bit weepy. You cut that short, didn't you, Fifi? But overall it doesn't seem to be bothering her too much, which is good. Do a Gerry chinning video and see how many DIY tools he will chin as he helps you. Fifi. There we go. There we go. But yeah, it would just be so nice to see Fifi have her full digging potential realised. Fifi, that's the cushion. No. Fifi was so focused on chewing a cushion the other day that I literally picked her up and she didn't realise. She just carried on nibbling. I just fully had her in my hands and she was just like, nom, 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 nom. You little pickle. You get the hyperfocus, don't you? Little egg. George is always very helpful whenever Anna or the husband do stuff in the enclosure. Oh, that's good. A helpful baby. But yeah, fingers crossed. Even if we don't get to have a garden for ourselves, fingers crossed we can have one for the bunnies. I wonder how deep, like, when you said Fifi's full digging potential, I picture one of those massive open earth mines there at the middle of it. I mean, I guess that would be her true potential. If she had a whole field to herself. But, yeah. I just hope what happened last time doesn't happen again when we cleared the garden and then I tried to get the bunnies to come outside and then they just didn't want to. It was like, oh. So I'm hoping that this time I can maybe try and make it a little bit more appealing for them. And then they can get some vitamin D, I guess. Digging to the centre of the earth, yeah. Well, that's what I was thinking. I thought maybe the thing I didn't do last time was have a shelter out there for them to go into. So maybe if I splash out on a shelter, maybe that will be enough to, if they have like a little space out there, maybe that will be enough to tempt them out a little bit. Or at least know that they have a safe place to be when they are out there. But last time Gerry went outside in the garden, it got to the point where I was like, okay, I don't think he's going to go out there unless I encourage him out. So I picked him up and I put him outside and then he got gut stasis because he was so like unhappy about it. So that is something I'm going to avoid. This time he either comes out on his own or he can stay indoors. I'm not upsetting the boy again. He was just like, I hate it out here. I think just the change of noise from like when the door opens and all of a sudden the outside world suddenly sounds very inside. They're just like, oh. Oh, Joan, I hope the dentist goes well. Fingers crossed. Put some carpet down. Just have a ramp with a red carpet for the boy. But he did used to be like his first owner had a garden. I've got videos of him like running around in the garden and doing binkies and stuff. So maybe if he's out there, if he does brave going out there, maybe he'll remember those days. And he'll be like, oh, I know this place. Why have you never posted these? They're on someone's Instagram and it's a private Instagram and I don't know how to download videos from Instagram. There's probably some sort of way, some sort of website that does it. Or I guess I could just play it and record it in OBS maybe? And then crop it down? I don't know. But yeah. It's where I got all the baby photos of Gerry from because I can just screenshot those and they're fine. But yeah, there's two little Gerry binkies in there. from when he was small. He's a spoiled baby now, it's true. It's true. He's used to a more princely life. Look at these big jumps. All photos of Gerry are baby photos. True. We put Giulietta on the bed yesterday for the first time. Gerry baby photos exist. Yeah, I think they're pinned in the Discord. Are they pinned in all the floofs in Discord, maybe? But there's little Gerry baby photos in there. Yeah, we put Giulietta on the bed because Alex had got into bed and I was like, you didn't hold her today. He was like, well, bring her to me. So he like handed her to him and then she like jumped down and was just running around on the bed. But she does this thing that like all hamsters seem to do, where they get in their mind that they're going one particular way. So she just kept on trying to walk off the bed in this one particular spot, and I'd pick her up and turn around, and then she'd eventually circle back around and try and walk off again. I'm like, why do they get it so like fixed in their head? Like, no, I'm gonna fall off here. one day I will fall off exactly here. What happened to the banana bed? It got quite chewed. It was never something that I think I could leave in with them. Because they're, well, I left Parsley in with them, and Parsley's sort of been slightly destroyed now. Blowhigh should probably get taken out as well. Because they're, both showing stuffing. It's not a good sign. Scott Gerry had a lop wife. Yeah! Gerry's first girlfriend was Pam, and she was a lop. And he bonded with her when he was just a little baby. Good morning, G-Vote. Good morning, Shark Dog. And Gerry gets around, yeah, he's on his third wife now. Little rock star that he is. Fifi. Good morning, nerd friend. But yeah, I know what you mean. It's like their inquisitiveness making them have to investigate what's there. Yeah, but all that's there is a big drop. I don't think anyone has applied for Giulietta yet. I was looking at her folder on the rescue page and I realised that she has like so many pictures there, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's just because we've had her for so long. Also, I need to order her more food from Germany. I need to remember to do that. Did Gerry get bossed around? Well, I think with Pam, he was quite, he's stretchy. I think with Pam, he was quite bullied. And then Genevieve made him her bitch, and then he just suddenly decided when he met Phoebe, he was like, nope, I'm gonna be Gerry Big Bollocks now, and he just he's just been the boss ever since. Stopping them just fixates their curiosity. It really does. Like anywhere. Is Fifi doing the tummy thing again? Can't see it happening. I think she just breathe. Oh no, there it goes. There it go. We're doing a t-shirt that says Gerry Big Bollocks, but with just a picture of Gerry on it. He changed so much when we lost Genevieve. Like the difference between Gerry as a bonded bunny with her and Gerry as a solo bunny for like the 2 months. Or was it 2 months? I guess it was longer than that. What would it be? May, June, July, August, September. Yeah, I guess it was 4 months that Gerry was a solo bunny for, and he changed so much in that time. He all of a sudden, I get the feeling that the only reason he was well behaved when we had Genevieve is because she would tell him off when he was trying to be a little git, and then all of a sudden he didn't have that anymore. So he just went around testing the boundaries of everything. He would just run over to you and bite you and be like, "What are you gonna do?" And we'd be like, And he would just like he became really destructive. He became really brave. Because before, like, if you went to stroke him, Genevieve would run over and tell him off because she wanted the attention. So, you would literally like start stroking Gerry here. By the time you got to here, he would have been chased away and you'd be stroking Genevieve instead. Because he had been sent on his way by her. So yeah, all of a sudden he just became this like very outgoing boy that we hadn't seen before. And then when we got Ffion, he just became an absolute monster. So yeah, rude boy he is. He's just it's like when I do their pellets, I give them like a little handful of pellets. Morning Chronicle. I give them a little handful of pellets at night just because their pellets are in the same chest as their litter. So when I get their litter out, I'm just like, okay, it's just easier to bribe them with pellets. And Gerry will just grunt like 6 grunts in a row before I've even given them to him because he gets so overexcited to have them. He does this little like cacophony of grunts. Ask Pink who the real monster is. Phoebe's not a monster. She's beautiful. She could never do any wrong. I love she. This monster, on the other hand, look at that. Look at the face of a beast. Look at he. Gerry, what are you doing? You being a baby? Oh. Hang on, there is more. Let me get the bowl. I thought I could sneakily give... For some reason, I thought we could sneakily give Gerry some without Fifi realising. What a fool. What a fool. Gerry. Oh. Gerry. You don't have to share. Oh. There we go. Oh, she's found the bowl. I love Gerry's little mouth when he reaches for mint. She don't want this face. Like, no, on second thoughts, I do not want. These Banuis do not like being picked up and held. No. You get very rarely you get some bunnies that do. There's a bunny in the rescue at the moment who is a rare cuddler who actually enjoys being picked up. They are called Angel. But generally bunnies will prefer if you like go down to their level. It's all gone. I'm sorry. If you give them cuddles on the floor. Like a lot of there's a video of Jeremy had his brownie issues singing and he looks very uncomfortable, yeah. Like he will tolerate it, but he's not happy. Same with Fifi. She'll like when she's at the vet, she'll sort of put up with it for a bit. But she's not pleased. Ugh. Hello. I was hoping that was going to become an every year thing. Those whatchamacallits, those little sing-along videos, but that seemed to be the only one we did. I guess it is a lot of effort to get everyone to do recordings and also, I guess, write the song in the first place. But make it a regular thing. Be the change. I don't know how to write a song. Beep boop, it's Christmas. Pee pee poo. There you go. That's it. Get everyone to sing that. Bunnies are also very delicate, so any holding needs to be done carefully. Yes, you need to support the booty. The words are just meow. True. I think we should do a Yogg's pet calendar. Obviously, I'm slightly biased on this, but I think we should do like a Yogg's pet calendar. I think that'd be very cute, and have different different little ones for the different months. I think we'd have enough babies to fill a calendar. Hello. There could be 2 months of Banooies. I guess that technically, well, no. I guess I was going to say Eve could be in it as well, but I guess Potato is like a friend of, isn't he? He's not a Yogg. But Eve's adorable and should be in it anyway. But there'd be at least 2 months of bunnies. And then there should be... Just don't get Nina to draw them, yeah. Yes. Yes. June's got to be Bunny for Bunny Awareness Week. True. But there should be enough cats and doggos. As there's plenty of those to go around. Ba-do-do-do. Ba-do-do-do. A whole taboo calendar. Do you and Olive share bunny tips and stuff? No, I don't think we have. We've talked about how much we love bunnies. But I guess we've not had to share any tips. I guess because it's like neither of us were new to being bunny parents. Whereas if someone else was going to get a bunny, then they would be showered with the advice. But yeah. I think I made a mistake in wait, hang on, 10. 10. I was gonna say I think I made a mistake in following that Bunny Jackpot Foundation, because at the moment, hang on, I'm gonna try and wipe Fifi's eye because it's gone slightly gunky. I know. At the moment, they're having what they call a bondathon, which is like between them and another rescue, which I think is called like Ivy Dean or something. Good morning, Lifelike. They are just, I think they've just booked in like so many bunnies and they're just trying to get them all bonded sort of thing. So my Instagram feed is just constantly full of like speed dating. I think so, yeah. I think it's like maybe they're trying to like match bunnies from their rescue to bunnies from Ivy Dean rescue or something, so that they can be rehomed as pairs or something like that. But basically all it means is that like my Instagram feed is just full of like, we've bonded a trio, we've bonded a quad, we've bonded this pair, we've bonded in another pair. And I'm just like, stop. But I think like it's very difficult to know until the bunnies meet other bunnies how they're going to react to them, because it's all well and good having a bunny that's like, this bunny is very submissive and would be a very easy bond, and then they meet your bunny and they're just like, no, actually I'm dominant on this bunny, so I'm going to be a monster. And like there's just no way to tell until they meet each other. They're I guess it is just like people, isn't it? Like you have people that you're around and you're happy, and people that you're around and you're more confident, and maybe people you're shyer around. I guess it's just like, boop. I guess it's all just like dependent on the bunny and the other bunny and how those two bunui fit together. And I guess it's made more complicated when you've already got Fifi. Oh no, you dropped it, it's fine. It's made it more complicated when you've already got two that have their existing relationship. Submissive and breedable is all I hear when you say that due to Simon and G. Where it's like we knew that the reason they thought Fifi would be an easy bond is because she had shown very like submissive behaviors, and we went for her, we were going to go for her regardless, just because of her exposure to Pastorella, which Gerry had also been, so it just made sense for the both of them. But Gerry's just staring at the wall at the moment. It's the thought of having another bunny introduced to him. He's just having flashbacks. But they knew she had already shown like very submissive behaviors at the rescue, so they thought like, I thought like, I didn't want Gerry to have, just having seen him like thrive for 4 months, I didn't then want him to just have a wife that was going to bully him back into himself again. So yeah, I had a feeling they would be a good match, and they were, which was nice. Because Fifi, there was a time that Fifi escaped at the rescue. You'll be very surprised to hear. And the first other bunny that she came up to, who was in their little enclosure, the first bunny she came up to, she immediately like pinned herself to the floor and put her head down in like a submissive pose of like, oh, I'm sorry. So they were like, yeah, she'll be very easy to, oh, it's okay. It's okay. They knew that she would be a easy bunny to bond. She's just very polite. She's very sweet. I know she's known as Chaos, but that's just from people perspective. I think in bunny perspective, she's a very sweet little lady. It's funny because I'm always focused on like, I can't believe Gerry is this old sort of thing. I always forget that Fifi is like technically nothing. Fifi technically an older bunny as well, because she's 7, so that's still seen as being like older for a Banui, but she's energetic but not domineering. Yeah. I sent Arnold proof of Gerry doing zoomies the other day, so it has been officially documented now. Gerry did a big, well, I mean, zooming for Gerry. It was cute. I wonder if the file's small enough for me to put it in the Discord. Either that or I might have to send it to Rob to put in the Discord, assuming he still has Nitro. But I've not seen Arnhall doing zoomies, this is true. I'll see if I can put the files in the Discord, because they might be short enough. Because they didn't they up the limit without Nitro anyway? Maybe? I think it is slightly higher now. Look at those big feet. Look at these big thumpy stompers. What's this? Good morning, Dunk. Dunk, how are your little babies? How are your babies doing? How they be do? Yeah, I'll try uploading the videos and then I'll send them to Rob if not. Rob, do you still have Nitro actually? I realise I didn't even check first. They're good, you love them? Oh, I'm so glad. Little babies. Fifi's just putting up with that. No, Fifi. I'm at work at the moment. My head is full of rat thoughts. Aww. It's so exciting when you bring. I mean, obviously, it's always lovely when you have animals, but there's also like just that first time when you've just added something new to your family, and it is very exciting. Like I remember when we first brought Squeak home and being fascinated by like how large she was. I've never seen a hamster so big as a little skinkums. And like slowly building up, talking to her and stuff. And then with Giulietta just didn't want any sort of introduction. With like Squeak, I did the whole thing where you sit next to their cage and you talk to them to get them used to your voice, and then you like slowly start handing them food and all of this stuff. And then whereas with Giulietta, she came home on the first day and then she was straight away like, oh, so hey, friends? She was immediately just like, let me pick her up, and like she just wanted to run around in the playpen, and she was just, there was no holding back. She just you should post pictures in Buncord. This is true, Dunk. This is very true. Yeah, she's a very confident little hom. I want the bunnies to come over here. What do you talk to a hom about? Well, when I got Squeak, I would, because hamsters can recognize your voice, and so you're meant to like build them up getting used to the sound of your voice. So I would just sit next to her tank and read my book out loud. I would just sit there reading my story, and then she would like eventually get used to. For a second, Dunk, I thought you were saying that's what you've called them, and I was like, hang on, have you decided to change the names? But I realised you're talking about markings. I was like, oh, he's gone for slightly fancy names now. Giving her an audiobook, yeah. But I think they can, like, hamsters will tend to get used to about 2 or 3 people. So it's good to get in there early and get them used to you. But then I say that, like, again, with Giulietta, I had 2 friends come over and they both just picked her up and she was absolutely fine with it. She's not like, oh, Gerry's trying to hump Fifi on the toilet. She's not like easy to handle in that she stays still or anything, but she's easy to handle in that she's just very friendly. Gerry, I'm sorry. That was that. There is the tiniest little mint leaf somewhere around here on the floor. I think you might be stood on it though, my baby. And you don't like eating tiny things, do you? No, you like big munches. Fifi's the one who likes... Well, there it is. Do you want to try and eat the tiniest mint leaf in the world? No. Fifi! Oh, no, she's gone. No. Oh, baby boy. Oh, baby boy. Oh, you've got floof on your ear. I'm sorry there's none in there. No. So today, I think Kirsty and I are going to be trying the Plate Up Cafe update, which is very cute. I've been really enjoying it, playing... What a scruffy boy he is. How dare you? This is a style choice. This is how he likes his hair. No, he is so scruffy at the moment. It's just like, you see this? These bits here are, and like, this shows it a bit better. So this is his coat coming through. This is all of his old coat. And that's why it's just, but instead of, it will eventually even out and he'll get a little molt skirt, but it always starts off like so patchy. He's got like a massive patch on the side. See here? So all of that is like new coat, and then it's just surrounded by big fluffy spring coat that he has on him. He's a little crumpet, all full of dimples. This is true. This is true. My little crumpet. But yeah, he's a patchy boy. But it will hopefully even out soon. I've been trying to like groom him, but I'm so worried because of Potato giving his bunny a little bald patch. I'm so worried I'm going to do the same. Because I found that so funny. And I was like, now I can't do it because Potato won't let me forget it. Poor little Eve with her little bald patch. Uh-oh. Fifi. Hey, hello. Hello. What do you be do? I think she's after cuddles. I ruined some bunny cuddles the other day because I tried to join in with them. The bunnies were both lying under the table, so I just like thought I could join in, and I lay down and I put my head into Little Spoon with Gerry because Fifi was Big Spoon. And Gerry was just like, what the heck? Why are you doing this? I was like, sorry. Three's a crowd, yeah. And I've been trying to replicate Fifi grooming my arm the other day, and she's not fallen for it any of the times. Every time I put my arm in front of her, she's just like, why? Morning, lizard. Maybe, yeah, I probably didn't do a good enough flop. Gerry did, oh, hello. He did sort of, I think he gave me a single mlem on the head. Or he might have tried to eat my hair. It was difficult to tell. But yeah. Well, I guess it is time for me to head off and finish off some work. Oh, shall we go to G? And yeah, I will be back later at 2 p.m. BST for a Kirsty Plate Up Cafe extravaganza. Thank you, Loboto. Hopefully the audio behaved a bit better today. I'm going to the shop. I'm going to go to the Samsung shop after my Hopstable appointment tomorrow. So I'll get them to have a look at it and see what the options are. But yes. Look, here's little sponge paw. Look at you little, just holding hands. Holding hands with the sponge. But yeah, everyone look after yourselves and be good. And I will speak to you all soon. I'll see some of you at 2. The rest of you have very lovely days. And be good to yourselves. Take care. Bye for now. Bye bye. Gerry, you got a potato, or do you still have toffee to toffee? No, you can be a potato. You can be a potato. Yes, you can. But a good potato. Yeah. Bestest boy. He's so EP. Yeah. Look at him. He's so streamlined. Oh, thank you, Remain. Thank you, Chef. Bye bye, everyone. Ooh, boop.